Hello there. Oh my gosh, welcome. I cannot believe we're already on another week. I hope wherever you are, you're having a great day, a great time. But today I want to talk to you about launch strategies. And I've had these questions coming through thick and fast. So the best thing is I thought I'd do a video to help you with your launch strategy. So I want to ask you, how do you make a sale? Do you just go off sending a few emails here and there to your email list? Do you quickly jump on a couple of Facebook Lives? Or do you just go and spend tons of money on ads, whether it is Facebook ads or any other advertising that you're doing? And then you sit back and you just feel like nothing is working. You got no response from anybody in your audience. You're not making a single sale. And you just go, Hen, what am I doing wrong? Obviously, something's got to work. I'm following things to the T. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But you know what? I can honestly tell you that maybe you're not doing things wrong. The only difference is maybe you just don't have the right strategy. You don't work with a strategy. You're just doing things for the sake of doing it, but you're not planning. You're not doing it exactly in a strategy or in a format that would work and enable you to obviously make a sale or at least more sales. So I want to talk to you about the launch strategy. And this is something that is quite unique. It is very special. If you've done launches before, and I really do hope that you have, then some of this might already be familiar to you. But if it isn't, then you're in for a treat. Now, there are three main stages for any launch strategy. Whether you are launching a new product, or you're launching a service, or you are relaunching. It doesn't have to be anything new. You can relaunch products and services. So don't think of it as you've got to create something new in order to launch it. Whatever your product or your service is, whatever you have, you can relaunch it. But there are some strategic ways to do it, and I'm going to share this with you. Now, the three main stages. The first one is what we call the pre-launch. Now, the pre-launch is the build-up to your launch. This is absolutely vital because this is where you're going to get people interested in order to buy in when your doors open. So I will talk about timescales a little bit earlier on, a little bit later on, but I want to talk about the pre-launch and the other two stages first. So your pre-launch is obviously where you start a campaign, whether it is an email campaign, whether you're doing a webinar campaign, video series, whatever it is that you're doing in order to build up to that launch. You've got to have a strategy in place. You've got to work through it. Timescales for a pre-launch, I would say anything from about 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks before your doors open, before you actually do the launch. You can start a build up to that. And the good thing about a pre-launch is you get people excited. You get people getting to think, oh my gosh, I've got to put this in my diary. I've got to think about this date when this opens. I've got to check it out. And you're building that kind of excitement for people. So when they come to that point, they are obviously going to have heard from you, heard what's going on and what has happened. And then they will obviously, they're more likely to buy then from you. Now, with the pre-launch as well, you can do anything. You can do an email campaign where you start sending out a couple of emails here and there. But these should not be spam emails. Be very careful not to spam people's inboxes. Give them a little bit of a background about what it is that you're doing. If you're on social media, Instagram, take a couple of pictures. People love to see what's going on behind the scenes. So tell them, this is what you're working on. This is what you've just done. This is what's happening. People love seeing that. And it kind of gives that momentum going as well to when you actually do your launch. So definitely for your pre-launch, think about how you're going to do it. Don't just jump in, do a couple of emails here and there. It is so inconsistent. And when you do things inconsistently, people are going to get to a point where they lose track of what it is that you're trying to do, and they're just not interested. So make sure that when you do a launch, plan your pre-launch and make sure that everything is in the diary. Get all the campaigns sorted beforehand. Get all the emails set up beforehand before you get to that launch. Don't just throw things in the bucket, shake the bucket around and think that the magic's going to happen. It ain't like that. So definitely think about the pre-launch and, start sharing some information with your audience. Let them know what's going on, let them know what to look forward to. And you can also tell them about the date, about when you are launching. Then the second stage is obviously the actual launch, during the launch. So this is the crucial part. And this is where you can do your webinars, where you can do some Facebook Lives, and talk to your audience and tell them, we're launching, everything is happening, now's the time to obviously come in. During your launch time phase or time frame, I would highly suggest, and this is a top tip, I would highly suggest that you have an area of about 5 to 10 working days or 7 to 14 days where your doors are going to be open. And you tell your audience that your doors are going to shut after this period of time. As an example, I'm opening up the members club on the 1st of July, but my doors are closing on the 5th of July. So I'm only giving a 5-day period for anybody who's interested to join the members club to come in. The reason you do that is because it creates a little bit of an urgency. If your doors are open all the time, well, psychologically people are going to think, oh well, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll get tomorrow, and or the day after they go, oh don't worry, it's still going to be there in a couple of weeks time, so I'll just go and buy it then. The problem is people never take that action when you tell them that it's available all the time. Statistically, it has been proven that if you put some sense of urgency behind it, i.e. a time frame where you say that we are going to close in about 5 days or in about 14 days, whatever you decide, and you give that deadline there and you actually adhere to it, you tell them that you're going to close and you actually do close your doors, that creates a sense of where people think they don't want to lose out. They actually want to get in before the doors close because they don't know when the doors are going to be open again. So always during your launch period, make sure that you reach out to as many people as possible. You tell them that the doors are open, but you also tell them when the doors are closing. So it creates a sense of urgency. Now, the third step, which is the part that a lot of people miss out on, and I've seen this so many times, is your post-launch, after you've launched. So on the day that you launch, as an example, I launch on the 1st of July. I'm going to have a great big opening. It's going to be amazing. But then after the launch, for that next 5 days or 4 days after the 1st of July, I have more campaigns going out. I'm reaching out to people. I'm doing webinars. I'm going on Facebook Lives. And it's just to make sure that people still have that opportunity in order to come in. Now, with your post-launch, whatever your time frame is, whatever you've decided, you need to think of little bump offers. And when I say about bump offers, it is basically something that you add, a little bit of a bonus extra. Let's do another example. If you are selling if you're a shoe shop, simple example, if you're a shoe shop and you've got this opening, you've got this launch of bridal shoes that you have for females or for women, and during this launch you can have a little party in order to get people into the doors. You can invite people obviously for your pre-launch. During your launch you get the party going, but then after the launch, the post-launch, you can say, for anybody who's buying a pair of these amazing new footwear, of these amazing shoes, you're also throwing in a free clutch bag. Now, I don't know about you, but if somebody's got a party like that, they're inviting me for shoes because I am a shoe fan, and they say that they're throwing in an amazing clutch bag to go with those shoes, heck yeah, I'll definitely be interested. So you've got to think about those little bonuses, those little extras that you're giving away in order to get people to come in and obviously make that sale. So the main 3 stages for any launch is your pre-launch, during your launch, and your post-launch. And you know what? It is so important to basically just apply this strategy, regardless if you're just doing webinars, if you're just doing an email series, or if you're just doing a video series. It's all about the build-up. It's all about the pre-launch. It's all about during the launch, when you do your webinar or when you do your video series or when you do your email list, your email campaign. And then obviously the post-launch. So the funny thing is I actually have on my calendars with everything that I'm doing for any launch that I've done. I have a calendar for my pre-launch. I've got a calendar for my actual launch, and then I've got a calendar for my post-launch, and everything is detailed on there. I know exactly which email is going out on what day for my pre-launch, during my launch, and for my post-launch. I know exactly when I'm doing my webinars. I know exactly when I'm doing my Facebook groups. And it's just so good to structure my strategy like that, so I can prepare everything beforehand, put it in those time slots, and I know that they're running automatically for me in the background while I can concentrate obviously on all the other things in the marketing industry in order to make sure that my products and my services are getting out there. So whatever your position is now, if you're struggling to make a sale, I highly suggest that you think about doing a launch. And it is so important to do that, because what you're doing is you're opening the doors again. You're making something that is existing, but you're making it sound new. Not sound new, but you're making it new. You're making it exciting. You've got to fascinate people as well. You've got to attract them. You've got to talk to them. You've got to communicate with them. So I highly suggest that think about what it is that your product is, what it is that your service is, and then plan a launch strategy. Now, I've got a fantastic launch masterclass coming up as well, and that's going to be in the Members Club. So if you're interested, remember the Members Club is opening on the 1st of July, so you're more than welcome to go and have a look at that as well. Now, if there's any other questions that you guys have, just send it over to me. I would be more than happy to do a video like this and just give you some information and give you help on anything that you're struggling with. But with that, I just wanted to say, remember, you've got your pre-launch, you've got during the launch, and you've got your post-launch. Regardless of what kind of launch it is that you're doing, regardless if you're doing an online launch, if you're doing a launch physically, like a little party or in your shop, always think about your pre-launch, during launch, post-launch. Okay? Brilliant. I really hope that was very helpful to you. And yeah, I hope you're going to get more sales by doing a launch strategy and just implement everything the way I've said it. And if you want some more information, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Good luck. Have a great day. And I will speak to you soon. Take care.